Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this latest episode of Fresh Review Friday. So sit back, relax, grab your cigar, maybe a drink, and enjoy.
Sometimes the buttons don't work. What's up, guys? Kyle here, Dad Smoking Cigars, and I'm back with you for another Fresh Review Friday. So this week I'm going to be smoking yet another cigar I haven't had before. In fact, I've never had any from this brand at all, and that brand is Asylum 13, and this one that I'm going to be trying this week is the Corojo. So without any further ado, hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Fresh Review Friday. You're watching Dad Smoking Cigars, sponsored by Casa Cuevas Cigars. And as I said before, I'm going to be checking out Asylum 13 this week, the Corojo specifically. Again, I've heard a lot about Asylum 13. I've never actually tried any of their cigars, haven't had a chance to get my hands on them. There's not a lot of them at some of the brick and mortars here in Southern California. There's a lot of really great boutique brands that unfortunately I'm not seeing, and a lot of us aren't seeing in brick and mortars here all around Southern California, I think even all around California, period. But I know that there are a lot of boutique brands that are making their way to these places, and that is awesome, including our sponsor at a lot of cigar shops around here. But we're talking about Asylum 13 tonight, which I've heard a lot of really great things about. I've heard about the Ogre, I've heard about a couple other sticks, but tonight I'm going to focus on the Corojo, so I'm going to take this little footband off here, and we're going to get started. So let's get moving. All right. Might have cut a little bit too much at the shoulder, but everyone, beginners and pros alike, makes that mistake here and there. So, cold draw. I didn't inhale the filler this time, but definitely got a mouthful of it. All right. Kind of almost like a little bit of a bitterness to it, which is kind of interesting. Bitter, kind of dried fruit. You always get those kind of like raisin or date-like notes when you do a cold draw on a lot of cigars. Corojo tends to be a little bit of like kind of the medium plus. So let's toast the foot. Let's see what else we get when we get going here. A little more filler there. Very woody notes. Kind of charred wood. A little bit of spice there, almost like a cinnamon. Ooh, kind of peppery right there. Along with kind of the cinnamon spice. That's interesting. Okay, I'm just getting a little bit too much of that filler. Blah, 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 blah. So professional, I know, right? Some damn good smoke output there, I will say that. The very charred wood, very a little bit of breadiness there. I'm going to give it a little bit of a retrohale and see what else I get. Very smooth retrohale. Not at all spicy or peppery like I thought it might be. I was prepared to kind of be like, exactly like that. But none of that. It opened it up really nice, kind of smoothed out the rough edges of the flavor. Because on the tip of my tongue, it's got like, because of the spice, it's kind of got that little bit of heat on the tip of the tongue, kind of tingly because of almost just that little bit of pepperiness right there. If that's even a word. It is a word now because I just said it. So pepperiness. It was a lot of pepperiness right there. But that's kind of starting to fade. I'm getting on the back end just a little bit of that kind of, a little bit more of that charred wood, kind of bready. And another flavor I can't really place right now, but I do like it quite a bit. And right off the bat, not bad. looking forward to see if there's any kind of transition, any kind of shift in the flavor notes. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that first third and knock it right out. And when I come back, whether you want to hear it or not, you're going to hear my thoughts. So there you go. All right, be back in just a minute.
All right, guys, back again, and I just want to add a little note, kind of a disclaimer. If you're noticing a difference in the audio quality, it's because the first couple segments I forgot to make sure it was recording from this microphone right here. So I hope this sounds better. Obviously, getting used to my setup, because bought a couple new things, and just to make sure that I'm putting together good quality content for you guys. So just being transparent here. Why the hell not? So anyways, finishing up the first third of the Asylum 13 Corojo, and this is very tasty, and I like it because there's a simplicity to it, and you've heard me talk about it in other reviews and stuff like that, where I do love a complex cigar, but I do like it when a cigar kind of maintains a good simplicity throughout. Sometimes there might not be much of a transition. And I'm actually pairing it with, as opposed to whiskey, any kind of whiskey, bourbon, or whatever. I'm actually pairing it with a beer that I can't remember the name of right now. So it's a microbrew. I know that much, and I use it in my Hopsy beer dispenser that I have in my kitchen. So decided to have some beer tonight instead of whiskey, and enjoying it. It actually pairs kind of nice, yeah, I'm getting a lot of the kind of woodsy, very nutty notes, a little bit of cinnamon still, slight pepperiness. The retrohale still very, very smooth. Let's see if I'm still correct about that. A little bit stronger on the retrohale, but still very smooth. Opens it up nice, getting a little bit of leather in there. Slight earthy tones, but still very tasty. There's a little bit of transition. Still very smooth, kind of seamless transition. A lot of the same flavor notes I was experiencing in the beginning are still there, and I'm still getting good flavor out of those, but also a little bit extra with that kind of leather and earthy tones that I really like. So I think I'm starting to see a little bit more of a transition as I smoke it. So we'll see what happens after I wrap up the second third. And hopefully I won't mess up my setup the next time around. So, but anyways, yeah, I'll be right back with thoughts on the second third when I get there. So I'll be smoking this right about to the band, and then that's when you'll see me next. So yeah, you're just gonna have to tight till then. All right, my friends. Here I am at the end of the second third of the Asylum 13 Corojo, and a couple of facts about the cigar that I forgot to note at the beginning of the video. It is actually a Nicaraguan puro with a beautiful Corojo wrapper, and it is just a delicious cigar, and it's just so smooth and it's just really tasty. Some of those bitter notes I got at the beginning when I did the cold draw, when I was looking at some of the flavor notes that are listed in different sites, one of those things says like kind of a hint of lemon zest. And I'm actually, now that I think about it, still getting a little bit of that kind of slight tang from that lemon zest flavor note, which is interesting to me. But still kind of very rich and nutty, woody notes and things like that. I'm going to try another retrohale and see if it's a little bit spicier on the retrohale. Oh, opened it way up though. A little bready right there, but still very nutty. I think that's the most prominent flavor. Very nutty cigar, hints of leather, kind of earthy notes and things like that, but a little bit of that kind of strange lemon zest note. It's kind of, I've never tasted that in a cigar before. I don't even think I've tasted like anything kind of citrusy or anything like that, but it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. This cigar is also made by, and I actually didn't know this until recently, is made by Christian Eiroa, and I've enjoyed only one other cigar, and I believe that was the, the Eiroa 20th year. I think it was a Maduro, and I have one or two of those in my humidor now. I was very fortunate enough to be sent this cigar among a few others from Bella Fuma Cigar Brokerage, who represents Eiroa and a couple other brands, and so he sent me these, and I'm very, very thankful for that because I'm enjoying the heck out of this. You guys saw that I had the Southern Draw Cedrus the last week, and those were sent by him as well. Very grateful to have formed that relationship with him. Thank you so much to Bella Fuma Cigars, Cigar Brokerage, for sending me these. Very excited about other cigars that I plan to review, but Christian Eiroa makes some very good cigars. He gets a lot of praise, a lot of compliments, and just a lot of his cigars are very popular. And I'm definitely enjoying the Asylum 13 Corojo, and I'm looking forward to trying other Asylum 13 cigars once I get the chance. But very grateful that I got sent this. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. It's really good in terms of just like kind of the very smooth, very earthy, woody, nutty notes. I really like that in a cigar. This is the kind of cigar I could definitely sit down and relax with on the regular. So, but yeah, the burn has kind of gotten a little bit wonky. I've ashed on myself twice. Too bad that wasn't caught on camera. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and fix this just a little bit because it's starting to bug me, and I don't think it's going to correct itself. The band slid off nice. I actually slid the band off just over the ash, and I kind of took off a little bit of the wrapper with it, kind of shredded some parts, but still maintaining very well constructed cigar, not getting squishy, not getting hot or anything like that. Has a little bit of give to it, but it's still very solid, very well constructed. So anyways, those are my thoughts after the second third. I'm going to get on down to the very end of this cigar, and I will tell you my final thoughts in the next segment. So sit tight. I will be right back. Well, I'm back, guys, and I'm going to have to stick this one because I don't have a cigar pick, unfortunately. Getting pretty toasty down there at the end, going into the final third of the Asylum 13 Corojo, and good smoke. Really good smoke, great smoke output, good flavor. It's transitioned into kind of like more of a bitter flavor right now. Any of that kind of like citrusy lemon zest kind of stuff is pretty much gone, and not really getting that anymore. It's kind of like the charred wood notes, slight nuttiness, very earthy tones, hint of leather, and that's about it right now coming down to the end of it, but it's still a very good cigar. As I said, very good smoke output, well constructed, good flavor. Like the kind of subtle, slow transitions. Nothing that jumped out at me too much. It wasn't, the strength wasn't overpowering by any stretch. It was kind of medium to full. Started more medium and then kind of slowly worked its way up to full towards the end. But definitely liked it. I like kind of the more nutty, earthy, woodsy notes in cigars. It just kind of has kind of a uniqueness to it when those flavors combine, and but it was definitely a good cigar. I'm glad that I chose this one for this week. Very tasty, and I would definitely smoke it again. I'm going to give it a couple more puffs. Oh, yep, definitely spicy on the retrohale at this point. Oh man, wow, that was this is pretty smooth. Anyway, so my final thoughts on the Asylum 13 Corojo was, well, I gave you most of my thoughts, so I don't think I need to round it out too much. But as far as my rating on the cigar, I think I would give this about a solid 90 on the cigar. Because, it was a very tasty cigar, and it was definitely a memorable cigar. But it does have similarities to other cigars that I've smoked that fit the same kind of profile, made with the same kind of tobacco. They may not necessarily have like the same wrapper, not the same exact makeup, but definitely have a lot of similarities. And I'm not saying that in any way that this is like a ripoff of other cigars, because it certainly is not. It definitely has a uniqueness to it. I do like Corojo wrappers. They have a unique flavor to them that kind of like, again, it's like the very nutty, woodsy flavors with some leather, earth, slight bit of sweetness at the beginning, transitioning into kind of the more earthy, slightly bitter flavors towards the end, especially as it gets a little bit hotter on the palate. But this is definitely a unique cigar. Has similarities to other ones, but I like this one a lot. It's different from other cigars I've smoked in its own way recently, but I enjoyed it a lot. But I would definitely give it a solid 90 as far as my rating goes. But I would definitely smoke it again. I'm saying definitely a lot. Definitely gonna smoke it again. Definitely gonna smoke the Asylum 13 Corojo again. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. That was a terrible Rain Man impression. I haven't even seen the movie all the way through, so you'll have to forgive me, or not. Don't forgive me for that. That was a butchered impression. So, but I like the cigar a lot. I'm gonna smoke it again at some point. I really want to smoke it again at some point. Oh my gosh! Thank God this is the end of the review. So, no more thoughts from me. No more use of the word definitely beyond that point. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. At the very least, I hope you were amused, if not annoyed. But anyways, self-deprecating humor is a specialty of mine, kind of a superpower. So I'm going to stop there. Anyways, thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning into this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow Dad Smoking Cigars on dads_smoking_cigars on Instagram, and be sure to check us out on Facebook. Until then, guys, stay smoky, and I'll see you in the next one. I want the button work.